Hey, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about the Bloody VATS shotgun build, and then I'm going to talk about how to mod the cold shoulder. In strength, we're grabbing all the shotgun cards, and bandolier to keep our ammo weight down. Then scattershot for the faster reload. The faster we reload, the more damage we can put out. In perception, we take skeet shooter. This is going to increase our accuracy and decrease our spread. This is one of the key cards for shotguns. Anytime we increase our accuracy with shotguns, we are decreasing our spread. And what we want to achieve is a spread so tight it acts like a single slug, adding all of its damage together in one big number instead of separately in a bunch of small numbers from each pellet. Concentrated fire is going to give us more accuracy and damage when in VATS. Exterminator and glow sights for the extra damage. If you don't have enough points to get both, take Exterminator because you will fight way more insects than you will glowing enemies. In Endurance we take Life Giver for health and Radical for the extra carry weight. Fireproof is also a good pick here. I usually run full Life Giver because it gives me a little more health to work with while bloodied, so I can take more hits, manage my health better. But if I know I'm going to encounter a lot of fire, I will swap in Fireproof, usually doing a base Life Giver and level 2 Fireproof. In Charisma, we take Suppressor and Tenderizer. Suppressor is the most important here. Because shotgun damage falls off at a short range pretty quickly, it's important to get close to enemies to do our max damage, so we grab this card to help mitigate some of the damage we would take while fighting in close quarters. In Intelligence, we take Nerd Rage and Gunsmith. There's not a lot in Intelligence that helps us, so unfortunately, this is a low int build. I know, In Agility, we take another key card, Enforcer. With the mods I'm going to go over with the cold shoulder, the crippling and staggering effect are going to happen 100% of the time. We take Gun Fu because this is a VATS build. This card is notoriously unreliable, but if you take your time with headshots, each time it moves to a new target, it's going to buff our damage. But you have to be patient with this card. The great thing about this card is how well it synergizes with Adrenaline and Tenderizer. So when we run out of AP, we're still doing a ton of damage. Last in luck, we take a maxed out Bloody Mess for the flat damage increase, and a single point in better criticals. You could put more into better criticals if you wanted more damage, but if you're running a bloody build, this is where most of our defensive cards come from, so choose wisely. For legendary perks, and you'll hear me say this a lot, I think stats are the most important cards early on. So I have all stat cards, but if you wanted to add more damage and are always on a team, you could grab taking one for the team for its flat damage increase to enemies attacking it. Just remember, this card only works when you are on a team and only after an enemy has attacked you. And these are the mutations I'm using. The Cold Shoulder is a unique legendary weapon you can only get from Season 12. Luckily, we get it really early at level 4, and it's hands down the best shotgun in the game right now. It's so fun to use and so satisfying to kill with. You're going to love it. It's also an amazing utility weapon because of its cryo effect. Anything you don't kill outright will become frozen, and because of Enforcer, not only are they frozen, but they are also crippled and staggered. It's awesome. Imagine stun locking a Scorched Queen in place for everyone to focus down with damage. It makes the whole Scorched Queen event a cakewalk, and everyone loves this. I noticed a lot of people mod the cold shoulder with the highest damage, and admittedly, I made the same mistake. But then, I decided to give the hair trigger receiver a try and realized that damage doesn't always mean better. Because this mod turned this ungodly weapon into an auto shotgun. It's like the glorious double barrel from Doom. It literally fires as fast as you can pull the trigger, like a Jacob weapons from Borderlands. It's insane. Let me show you. Now this is the cold shoulder with the prime receiver, which is exactly the same as the hard receiver. And this is the cold shoulder with the hair trigger. See the difference? The prime receiver will do more damage per shot, but the hair trigger will do more damage in a shorter period of time, giving it superior burst damage. And because we are shooting so fast, our chances of crippling and staggering as well as freezing are pretty much guaranteed. So any enemy that doesn't die outright in our first burst is guaranteed to be stun locked. And frozen. We also want to put the true barrel and true stock on for the accuracy and range. This is going to make our spread as tight as possible and and increase our max range. When you're outside of VATS, firing from the hip will be more accurate and have a tighter spread than aiming down sights, so don't even bother ADSing with this weapon. It's just meant to cleave heads off when you're not in VATS. But we do take the reflex sight for the reduced AP cost in VATS, and don't bother with the muzzle as this would decrease our range and accuracy. And that's it! This is the new shotgun meta. Enjoy it.